Today, I want to talk to you about what is behind Hatha Yoga, what we do not tell you in the West, or that we do not take the time to explain to you because everyone is running and just wants to benefit from the physical practice of yoga. But even with the physical practice of yoga, you will not enjoy all of its benefits because you are not told how to practice it correctly. So, in this podcast, I want to explain to you this part that we are not showing you. Also, because people may not be ready to listen to it, because it calls for our spiritual but also physical part, yet, these last two are inseparable, whether we like it or not. This spiritual part is also the energy that surrounds us, and it is the energy that surrounds us is part of us. Why do we say today I have no energy? It is good because we feel our level of vitality, and yet it is not palpable, is not it? So, in order to purify the mind, it is necessary that the body as a whole undergo a process of complete purification. Hatha Yoga is also the science of purification, not just one type of purification, but six different impurities. When you read the body of these impurities, the nadis function and energy blocks are released. Then the energies move like wave frequencies through the channels of the physical structure called nadis, moving to the brain. Yoga has been shown to be very effective in treating many impossible and incurable illnesses. The main goal of Hatha Yoga is to create an interaction of absolute balance between the activities and processes of the physical body, mind, and energy. When this balance is created, the impulses generated call for the awakening of the central force Sushumna Nadi, responsible for the evolution of human consciousness. If Hatha Yoga is not used for this purpose, its real purpose is lost. Hatha is made by Ha and Ta, a combination of two bija mantras. Ha represents prana, the life force, and the sun, eating, and Ta represents the spirit and also our lunar side, cooling. It refers to the balance of masculine aspects, active, warm, solar, and feminine, receptive, cool, lunar, present in each of us. So, Hatha means the union of pranic and mental forces. What happens internally every time you start to think? If you've never thought about it, start thinking now. What is thought? What happens to us when a thought emerges and the thought diminishes, and when one is replaced by another, or when thoughts intersect? This is called the interaction between Ha and Ta, prana, and mental forces. Harmony between positive and negative energy. In Hatha Yoga, there is the concept of harmonization of the two energies in man, as they normally remain in an unbalanced and unharmonized form. Prana force can be predominant and mental force can be subordinate, and vice versa. If the strength of prana is too great, then people develop mental illnesses. When the mind is too high, people get angry, argue, create conflicts, to the point of causing murders, crimes, or all of them. Kind of violent behavior, this is the effect of unbalance. The concept of Hatha Yoga is to bring harmony between these two forces called Ida Nadi and Pingala Nadi. The Ida and Pingala Nadis are often considered to refer to the two hemispheres of the brain. Pingala is the outgoing solar nadi and corresponds to the left hemisphere. Ida is the introverted lunar nadi and refers to the right hemisphere of the brain. You should always keep in mind that body, mind, and spirit are not three, They are one. At some level of existence, you see the body. On another level, you perceive it as a spirit. You should never think of the body as different from the mind. In Hatha Yoga, we first take care of the body and purify it by six methods. The most important point is that the nadis must be purified. Just like a machine produces waste, our body continually produces waste. These wastes are of three types: mucus, gas, and acidity. If we cleanse the body internally from time to time, the excess of the three wastes are eliminated and their formation is regulated and balanced. Then good health can be maintained. It is in this sense that the Shat karmas are of very great importance. Cleansing the body of three types of imbalance in the system is an important aspect of Hatha Yoga and therapy. These six Hatha Yoga Kriyas are Neti, Doti, Basti, Kapalbhati, and Trataka, and are also necessary for spiritual seekers. The author of Hatha Yoga was very aware of the difficulty in controlling fluctuation in the mind. You can manage it for a while, but you still won't be able to be successful all the time. By controlling prana, breath, the mind is automatically controlled. Prana and the mind exert an influence on each other. When prana is agitated, it affects the mind and vice versa. Some people find it easier to control the mind than to control prana. Maybe a few people will, but most people cannot control the mind by the mind. The more they try, the more the splits develops. Sometimes you are inspired, you feel very good, very focused, but it does not happen every day. Practicing pranayama is the solution. By practicing pranayama correctly, the mind is automatically conquered. Hatha Yoga is a very important health science. It is true that the practices require more time and effort on the part of the patient than conventional therapies. But in terms of permanent positive results, in addition to saving the huge expense of a drug, they are certainly more worth it. What makes this treatment method so powerful and effective is that it works on the principle of harmony and unification rather than diversity. The three important principles on which physical and mental therapy is based are: for the first one, to bring absolute health to a part of the system of the body, thus influencing the rest of the body. 2. To balance the pole of positive and negative energy, Ida and Pingala, Prana and Apana. Third one, purify the body of the three types of waste. Physical and mental therapy is one of the most important achievements of Hatha Yoga, which has been successful in diseases like asthma, diabetes, and blood pressure, epilepsy, hysteria, rheumatism, and many more. Other conditions of a chronic and constitutional nature. What has been discovered recently is that asana and pranayama are more powerful and effective in controlling the whole body. These are the first steps that allow us not only to change the mechanism of an element, but also to take control of the total structure of the brain and the mind, the control system that allows us to direct all aspects of our life and the energy in it. Over the past 40 years, Hatha Yoga has been accepted as a therapeutic science around the world, and many scientific studies have been carried out in this area. Today we teach yoga to people because it is very necessary. Man has fallen ill and medical science is unable to meet the challenge. Hatha Yoga, however, has helped everyone. Behind every sick man is a spiritual man. Behind a diabetic, there is a yogi. Behind a man suffering from depression, there is an aspirant. Hatha Yoga improves physical health, but not only is it not enough, it also improves mental health. Controlling the mind by controlling prana. By practicing pranayama, your mind will be elevated into a new realm of consciousness. By practicing yoga, your body and your mind will be unified and be elevated into a new realm of consciousness.